Hey everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic.com, back again with another news update. We have some news regarding a certain championship within WWE, or possibly not. Has it been scrapped? Has it been not? Has it been abandoned? Is it still part of the show? We'll find out in just a few moments' time. Also as well, we have news about the situation involving Daivaris, and someone has leapt to his defense after the whole aftermath of the Greatest Royal Rumble and the crowd sort of turning against him, and some people online taking it a little bit too seriously. And finally, of course, we have some news of a return on 205 Live. So let's get straight into it and take a look at all of today's news. First of all, this story has been widely reported. I saw it on SE Scoops. Sneaky SE Scoops with their little scoops here and there. But I think it was originally written by Wrestling Inc. I'm going to give credit to Wrestling Inc. I think it was them. Apparently, WWE may have already scrapped the Greatest Royal Rumble Championship. You know, that lovely fetching green belt that Braun Strowman held aloft at the end of last Friday's show. Now, the reason for this is twofold. First of all, as you may have noticed if you watched this week's Monday Night Raw from Montreal, Braun Strowman was part of the show but didn't come out with his belt. The big trophy was displayed at ringside, but the belt was very conspicuously absent. Also, point two, apparently WWE sent out a tweet, which I didn't personally see, but I've seen various sites report it, and they've included a screenshot of the tweet in question. Apparently they tweeted out a big preview, like match card picture for Backlash, and in the picture, Strowman was holding the championship, and then they deleted that, which seems to imply to me that, you know, I can't think of any other reason why they delete that picture unless Bobby Lashley's done something wrong, but I haven't heard anything. They're not interested in having the belt as a regular part of programming going forwards, which, oh man, it just kind of continues this whole train of thought, which is looking like it's becoming more and more true by the day, that the Greatest Royal Rumble was nothing more than a bit of a cash grab. And I'm sure they got offered a lot of cash for it. I'm not doubting their business sense or anything like that, but I'm just a little bit disappointed in the event. There were 7 title matches, no title changes, one team won a vacant title. That was Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. But at the same time, this news compounds it all, because Braun Strowman stood tall at the end of the show. He held that belt and it looked like, oh, is this going to be a brand new thing? And then they just kind of ditched it. And I just think, ooh. It seems like WWE was just approaching this show with the mentality of, let's just get this out of the way, get on to Backlash and get on with our regular programming. We might even involve the women's division again. Like, I understand it, but it's disappointing. Poor Braun. Poor Braun. In other news, more news following on from the Greatest Royal Rumble and all the fallout from that show. Daivaris revealed yesterday or the day before that he's received some death threats for his role in the show. He came out alongside his brother Sean Daivaris, who hasn't been seen in WWE for quite some time now. They cut a heel promo. They were all, well, it was kind of the equivalent of the evil foreign heel we see in WWE, just done in Saudi Arabia with Iran. There were strained relations between Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the Daivaris brothers came out and were very pro-Iran. So therefore, they got heat for that, which is, you know, an old trope in wrestling. It's losing relevance as the years go on, but at the same time, it's nothing we're not used to in the professional wrestling business. Well, it's nothing that we're used to, but it seems like maybe a slightly unfamiliar Saudi Arabia crowd weren't used to it at all, because a lot of people seem to take it very seriously indeed. Apparently there was a huge negative reaction online, not negative in the sense of like genuine heel heat, but more like legitimately negative, as in like, oh no, that's not very good at all, we're not happy with this aspect of the show. And indeed, as Daivaris said, there were death threats aimed at him online. But in quite a positive update, Mansoor, one of the Saudi trainees, not Faisal, not my boy Faisal, but Mansoor, the sort of intense, shorter, long-haired guy, he tweeted out saying a very bold thing indeed given the current climate, but at the same time a very brave and I think the right thing to say as well. He said, look, it's not fair what's happened. Adults should be able to tell the difference between reality and fiction. And I wholeheartedly agree. And I think it's very important for not just someone from Saudi Arabia, but one of the guys in that segment with the Daivaris brothers to come out and oppose this whole negativity that's been surrounding it. So well done, Mansoor. I hope to see you on Raw, SmackDown one day, losing to Faisal, because Faisal's my boy. And finally, Buddy Murphy returned to 205 Live. He's part of a storyline at the moment where he was removed from the show for a little bit because he couldn't make weight. The whole thing with Buddy Murphy is that he's on the cusp of sort of the divide between cruiserweight and regular superstar sort of weight class. So he trimmed down to 205 to be part of the division, then received a title shot, and then was weighed and determined to be over 205 pounds and stripped of the title shot. So, I mean, he's now made weight again, he's returned to the show, he defeated some enhancement sort of talent person, I've forgotten the name, I'm so sorry, and Yeah, Buddy Murphy's back and ready to rock and roll. I think what's going to happen is that either he or Drew Gulak will receive a title shot against Cedric Alexander, lose to Cedric, and then Cedric will lose the title to the other one. So say Gulak gets a shot against Cedric, he'll lose, and then Cedric's going to end up losing it to Buddy Murphy, or maybe the other way around. Maybe Buddy will get a title shot, Cedric will, defeat him and then lose to Gulak. I think the way that it's going on at the minute is that Gulak's next in line for the title shot, just simply because he defeated Kalisto in the main event of 205 Live, and obviously Kalisto was the previous #1 contender. That's all for now. Thank you very much for watching this news video. I've been Jack from Cultaholic.com. You can follow me on Twitter at JackTheJobber. You can follow all of us at Cultaholic, and you can check out our Patreon as well if you want, patreon.com/Cultaholic. And never, ever forget, of course, to join us.